Oh, we're up and running live. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great evening thus far. We got a special episode of the Josh Macuga Show. We're going to start doing these more and more. Got some fun guests lined up. So thank you, everybody who's tuning in. That's 0 people right now, but I'm sure some more people will come in here. If you watched Josh and Amanda talk about stuff earlier, thank you guys. We had a lot of fun. Let's get this going. Here we go. Go.
Coming to you live from Hollywood, California, it's the Josh Macuga Show. Tonight's guest, quarantining from his own home, everyone's favorite actor and Liberty Mutual's best spokesman of all time, it's Tanner Novlan.
Hey!
Hey, guys!
All right, we even got the music and everything. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, what's happening?
How are you, man?
We're just settling in on a 9 o'clock night. Baby's down.
Love it.
Daddy's not too hammered yet. You're catching me at a perfect golden hour.
Cheers, cheers. We've been talking about doing this for a long, long time, and then I got back on Collider, and then I got Eating History, and then we got a pandemic. So now we're actually making this happen. So
I love it. It took a pandemic to get you off your ass. That's perfect.
Exactly. I'm sure we'll get to. I'm sure we'll get some people tuning in here, but this, how I kind of run the Josh Macuga Show is, even though I know pretty much everything there is to know about you, I think a lot of people out there obviously don't, as far as, like the Collider audience or the Josh Macuga Show channel audience, whatever the case may be. So I guess everybody kind of knows you right now. They've seen you on your TV. If you've been watching TV, they've seen you at least 100 times in the last month.
Liberty Bibberty, buddy. It's really strange. Yeah, it's funny. It's really cool. But also very unexpected. It was just another kind of commercial that we shot in an hour and a half that was really fun on Universal Backlot, one of those big cattle calls. And it was just, I don't know, magic was made, and it was been really well received, which is really kind of random and kind of and cool, but exciting.
Is there what was the audition process like behind that? You never even told me that. And what was I remember when you came off the shoot, you're like, this was a lot of fun. And I was like, yeah, I can't wait to see it. And then you showed me the commercial on YouTube first. And I was like, dude, this is really good.
Also, I just noticed something really I'm so bad at this. Of course I just put my name, I filled it out on here I don't even put my own Instagram handle. Damn it. Whatever. Anyway, it's not, you're not missing much. The audition process was honestly very, very typical. It was like a typical meeting. You get a call on your email, and your agent says, "Hey, there's a Liberty Mutual." I didn't even know what Liberty Mutual was. Sorry, Liberty Mutual, but I wasn't with you at the time. And I just went in and did the audition, and they had sides and typical, casting process. But 1,000 people, and you could kind of tell that whatever I was doing, they were kind of digging. And I just came back to a callback, and then went and shot the day. And they actually shot six commercials that day. And so they knocked out a whole bunch of them that some of them since aired, which are really good. The ladies drawing on the thing. So they shot that one later in the day and stuff like that. And so it was like, oh, this is really cool. But I could kind of tell that we were vibing, the writers. I wish I could say, everyone's like, did you improv all that? What? I'm like, I wish I could. I did, man. Those writers were awesome. They would just everyone would huddle together, and then Harold, the director, would just be like, okay, try this. And they just keep spitting I asked her to come out of the water, and I was like, okay, can I walk up to the railing? Like, oh yeah, that's funny. And then we do it, and then they're like, all right, try. And we just shot it and left, and then, and then it aired, and it worked out.
What was the Hitman Hudson in the chat said, is he really that bad of an actor, or was that just a bit?
I mean, we'll see. Keep watching. You can be the judge of that.
Are you allowed to talk about what's next? Yeah.
No. So we have really cool news that is going to happen. Just unfortunately, since the pandemic broke out, so we've been pushed a while. So we're not allowed to talk about it next time.
Okay.
But we do have Roswell, New Mexico, coming out, which I recur on that show.
Right.
And we got some really cool. I have a little 3-episode arc, and then hopefully when this whole thing blows over, we'll get back to running. We can finish it off. But yeah, in the finale, there's a cool cliffhanger I get to lay down.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Roswell, I feel like Roswell is the kind of show that might scare me just because like aliens and dark. Like I watched an episode of X-Files one time and I was like,
I'm with you. It's uncomfortable. And actually, like Santa Fe, when you're out there on those sets and those big skies and it's night and it's lit and you're like, it could be a shitty actor. I'm in here. There's aliens here. This is weird.
Yeah, it's
there's definitely like an energy where we shoot that it's like, yeah, it's cool.
That's a no for me, dog. For those people out there watching or don't know, is Tanner and I became really good buddies like kind of right away. We were both working at a bar. We both liked hockey and we liked because you're probably wondering like how does Josh know this guy? And, how does Josh know Tanner? And every time, and dude, I will say this. Very funny story from Eating History is I'm on set and Old Smokey makes a reference to the Liberty Mutual commercial. And he said, and I'm like, yeah, that's one of my best friends in the world. I was best man at his wedding. And he's like, get the hell out of here. I was like, I swear to God.
I got something special. I brought you a little surprise. I hope it was kind of last minute. And so I should have emailed it to you, but I think it'll pick up. But this is a photo.
Yeah.
There we go. Of Josh and I bartending at Halloween.
Yep.
I'm dressed up as a hockey player. I'm from Canada. I really quoted it. But there we go. That's better. Josh, you had one of the best costumes, I thought, mad respect. And I was like, what are you? Like, you're like a preppy guy? And you're like, oh, I'm my dad on vacation. And I'm like, oh, you're really funny. I like you a lot. That's really good.
It was so
it's spot on. I'm like, yeah.
I said my dad has that picture. I'm pretty sure he has it framed in his office in Pittsburgh because my dad's like your biggest fan. I think he's a bigger fan than you than he is of me. And
John Macuga is the best.
And when I sent him that picture originally, he was like, "You do look like me on vacation. That's pretty." And here's the best part: is I didn't have to buy any of that. I owned all of those clothes.
Well, I had all the hockey equipment. It was an easy. I just reeked. Unfortunately, like poor bar staff. It was just like smelly hockey. I don't know what I was thinking, man.
What? Garrett Farney is my buddy in the chat here. He's a golf pro in Chicago. He's the one that hooked me up with the Callaways.
Oh yes. Actually, I played Josh's I played the previous year's model. There's great irons.
There you go. Yeah.
Great irons. But I'm always interested in what's happening, Garrett.
Garrett is a legend. When he comes out to California, we got to play. There's no more intimidating thing than playing golf with a professional golfer.
I seem to, I don't know. Something with guys who rip the ball really hard and far, they ruin it for me because then I just try swinging harder. But some of the pros, the way they're like, just flow and straight, all shaped. I kind of like, I could do that, and then like 1 out of 10. But how many rounds of golf do you think we've played since we've known each other? Like,
well. I'm trying to think like what our first year at the formerly bar known as Stone Rose was, and I'm thinking it was 2008, so 12 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of golf.
Yeah. So 12 years, at least 30 rounds a year, if not more.
Math guy.
Right? 30 to 40. So we're talking like 400 rounds of golf that we've played.
Yeah, and imagine how many strokes. Jesus Christ.
Here's the best part too, is I think we've tied out of those 400 rounds. I think we've probably tied like 365 of them.
It's true. At least half of the times that we play, we have to play like a 19 or like chip off at the end of the green to like settle it. Even then it ties sometimes. It's just kind of like, we'll both buy a beer. That's fine.
Right. We'll split beers that we both have to buy.
We'll have 2 rounds and just cut it down the middle.
Flip. This is I bought this shirt simply because my favorite athlete is Sidney Crosby. He's from Canada. And people give me shit that I rooted for Canada in the Olympic Games when Canada beat the United States. People still like bring that up. I will root for Sidney Crosby above USA Hockey every single time.
That's a loyal Pittsburgh. That's putting Pittsburgh above your country.
Well,
but that's okay. It's a great city.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I've never been. You've told me a lot about it.
Well, I think I've told everybody a lot about everybody. Oh, look who just popped in. Tom.
Yes.
Love it. I love that. That's amazing. These guys play golf. So when I mean, we've been buddies for so long, but I feel like I've never really asked you, I don't want to say like deep questions, but I've never really been like, why did you come to LA? Like, what was your impetus? What was like the origin story of Tanner being like, this is going to be my course?
To be honest, mainly I just wanted a U.S. citizenship, and it was a good avenue. There was it started with like a lot of print work and with an agency, and I had to wait a year to get my papers processed. But I didn't really take acting seriously, even the print stuff. Eventually, when I did get to work, but I lived in Rancho Cucamonga, which is an hour away from LA, and I worked construction with a family friend and lived with their family while my visa got processed, and they kind of paid me just under the table, and lived with them, and finally got my green card. And that whole time I was taking acting classes, and that's when I really like got the bug and was like, oh, this was cool. And then I got my first commercial, which was a TJ Maxx back to school, save 15% off beanies store wide kind of like ad coming out of like this, you know, they like opened a door or whatever. You're like, hey, it's it. And I booked it. It was like first one, and it never aired. And
what?
Then yeah, which is a bummer because I would love to go back and see that now. But yeah, and then it didn't work for 3 years. So all right, I was at Stone Rose with you, so it was fine.
Yeah. That's the wild thing too about Hollywood. One is, first of all, I didn't know that you lived in Rancho for that long. I thought Rancho was like a 3-month stint.
No, it was a year. It takes a long time, and even my mom is originally from Sacramento, so she was able to sponsor me and to help, which is supposed to be one of the fastest. It's very difficult to get immigration here, especially if you don't have you're looking for employment in a field that they need help. It's tricky.
Weird. So that first commercial, that TJ Maxx commercial, never aired. Then 3 years by, and like I don't actually know the whole story of how, because a lot of people may know Kayla from Vampire Diaries, Bold and the Beautiful, whatever. But you and Kayla met on a country, like a music video set.
That's Sick Puppies, Josh.
Oh, my bad.
A hit song called "Me."
Okay.
Oh yeah, we definitely met on that music video, which was.
What was your
both? First off, I don't know what I'm doing. I had a great long hockey hair. It was like sporting that really well, which might come back if this pandemic keeps going on. Yeah, we just met on the set. Very professional, very cool. But I took her sunglasses at the end of it and basically just held them ransom for lunch and was like, "Hey, I happened to your sunglasses got thrown in my bag. I think the makeup. I think originally the makeup lady did put them in there, and I was just like, oh, I'll just meet up with you, have lunch or something." And I didn't give them back, and then that flipped that into a dinner. I had very little game with her. I also didn't kiss her for I think 5 months. Like, it was bad. It was like a weird long. I don't know. I was off. I don't know how it worked out, man. It was.
Wait a second. This is big. By the way, me being the best man in your wedding, me not knowing some of this information up top. This could have really added to my.
That would have really. You could have put that into the speech and really sandbag me.
Damn. So you stole her sunglasses? I didn't, dude. I was going to ask you, like, what was your game?
It's bad.
When you go on set and you meet, because you've been on some sets with some very, very attractive girls before, and you go on set, like you get a little starstruck, but you just stole her sunglasses.
Yeah, we went to Lulu's or something like that. One of the breakfast places.
Unbelievable. And I do know that.
Was love.
I mean,
one thing. Let me say,
yeah.
You helped me with the dinner plans though, because at the time we went to this great place called Toroni in what is it, near the Beverly Center, and you happened to be Amanda Earmuffs, dating one of the bartenders at the time. And so I came to you. Then I said, I was like, "Hey, I really like this girl. I need a spot. I need a place." And you're like, "Oh, go in there and we'll work it out, and you'll look like and I went in there, I look like a champion." And it just so happened that it was her favorite restaurant. So look at that, right?
Not bad, man. Not bad. It all kind of worked out. Hitman Hudson says accidentally borrowed asterisk. Accidentally borrowed.
Oh, sorry.
Her sunglasses. There you go.
Yeah. Well.
So here's I'm gonna rattle off some of your IMDb credits here. You were on one of the final episodes of Modern Family this year.
Yeah, that was cool. So that was awesome.
I mean, dude, that's maybe, and you feel free to argue, but that might be one of the top 10 comedies all time.
Absolutely. And everyone's such a pro. I mean, I did like one quick little seed right at the wire, which was cool. And yeah, Liberty Mutual helped out with that. So like, I haven't gotten to work a lot in comedy. It just hasn't worked out that way. So that commercial kind of really opened the doors for that. Ed O'Neill was really cool. I got to meet him. Total badass. And yeah, everyone was really great. Like, tightly run ship over there. It was cool.
Ed O'Neill, I mean, you're talking about a guy that was in, I mean, Married with Children, all-time classic. Modern Family, all-time classic. Little Giants, all-time classic.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Ed O'Neill, legend. I feel like I would be pretty starstruck around Ed O'Neill.
It was very brave. I walked in. He was doing a scene before. By the way, his scheduling was on par because he shot all of his stuff in like 2 days for the whole week. It was like bam, bam, bam. Awesome. And I came in. My role was like brief. I played the assistant. It was not of course, the hot assistant. And he walked in. He's like, "Oh, you're the hot assistant guy with the no shirt on, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Hey, Ed." He's like, "Hey." I'm like, "Thanks, Ed."
That's tough. I mean, you have to blush in that moment. You really have to blush in that moment.
Also, by the way, I booked that while shooting in Santa Fe, and they wanted like this guy's a real beefcake guy. And he's like, we need a shot of him with his shirt off just before we cast him and make sure I haven't been eating too many green chilies in Santa Fe. And so I sent it to him, and they used it in the show. And so I was like, "Oh, it's two of them. I'm like, this is cool." So I tweeted him, I was like, "Oh, they just used the photo that was taken in my whole hotel room with a selfie mode." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Well, it works."
So you sent them just like a candid shirtless photo, and they used it.
Yeah, and they used it for. That's cool. Whatever.
I'm nervous enough with my shirt off in public, mostly because of the chest hair. But then they use it on Modern Family.
I know. I wish I would have known that. I would have gotten the Facetune or whatever that app is, and did some more highlighting.
Yeah.
Really.
Just jack you totally up. So Joust Mike.
What are some of these guys? By the way, how come there's no hearts? I thought we'd get hearts or something. Can I get a few hearts?
I don't think they.
Or is that Instagram?
That's just
Instagram. I don't do the live thing.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, never mind.
From the thumbnail, I thought he was the guy in Money Heist called Denver. And that's not Tanner. I don't know.
Sounds like a cool movie, though. I don't know that one.
Yeah, Money Heist is on Netflix. I keep asking Amanda to watch it. She won't watch it with me. So
Money Heist. Oh, it's a show. It's a series.
Yeah, it's a series. She's
check it out.
A 1,000-piece puzzle that's just a palm tree. It's gonna drive us insane. We're gonna play a game in a second, but how many if you were to give yourself an over/under, like we just talked about how many rounds of golf we played, how many auditions you think you've been on in your life? And that doesn't count modeling. Like how many auditions do you think you've actually been on?
Oh, geez. I mean, like thousands, you guys, like a ton, like a lot, like a long time. So it's been a real slow burn. I was a really bad actor for a long time. I think. I don't know. Oh, they're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say you're green, but you're just a shitty actor, and you got to figure it out. It took me a long time to figure it out.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. You figured it out in the sense of you nailed that Liberty Mutual commercial. Do they have? I know they have like Clios, but they're more for like the ad executives. Are there commercial acting awards? Because you should get one.
I think there are Clios. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
Right?
But you know what? Like, it's more than just you're just like talking a little bit more about that. Like, you can be a really good actor and you could have everything, but it takes a long time for people to. Basically, people just need to take a risk on you at the start, and you imagine someone putting together a project or something that they poured their heart into, and then you're like, man, you're really right, but if you're unproven, it's kind of risky. It's a little nerve-wracking. Like, oh God, what if he chokes, or what if he can't do that again, or what if he, it's a reliability thing that I think it just takes a while, and you slowly chip away and you keep working at it, and it's cool.
I mean, I've been around for 12 years of it, so I know you grind. Everybody grinds, and all the success you're getting now is much deserved, dude. It's awesome.
You too, man. Like, I'm big Eating History, guys. I know you're all watching it. I can't believe you ate that shit, man. I can't believe it. There's some of them that are like pretty Fear Factory, and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh.
A lot. I will say this past episode, I've gotten the most comments about the moose nose jelly for sure. Which the moose was from your.
It's tough, and you sent me some photos, and I was like, that's my Rocky from Saskatchewan. Those are my.
Yeah, he's a hell of a moose from up there in Saskatchewan. When we opened that package and it said Saskatchewan on the moose, I texted you immediately. I was like, "This moose is from Saskatchewan."
My cousin.
Came full circle.
Hunting's a big, there's a lot of hunting going on.
Yeah,
it's pretty common. There's a lot of moose. It's okay. He lived a good life, Rocky.
What do the boys from Canada ask you most often when you go back home, or talk to you about?
Usually the weather. Okay. Honestly, they don't give a shit, man. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, "How are you doing?" "Oh, yeah, not too bad." Honestly, we just talk about hockey. We just talk hockey all the time, and that's it. They don't give a shit about me.
Makes sense. I will say before we move on that one of my favorite memories of living in Los Angeles was hands down the 2009 Penguins Stanley Cup run.
For me, I think that's where a long friendship budded.
We had enough hockey playoffs to go. We watched. I would say we probably watched 15 games together, if not more.
I think it was every game that we watched. It was so much fun, and I had no one in the city. I moved here literally not knowing one person, and one person, and so I was like, "Oh my god, this guy likes golf. This guy likes his hockey. I think I found my best friend."
Yeah.
Let's not check it. Let's steal his sunglasses.
Let's steal his sunglasses.
Like, no.
You got my sunglasses? Nope. You have to take me out to dinner. That cup run too. I don't know if you remember this as well as I do, because I remember the beginning part of it. But the night that the Pens won the cup in 2009, we were both at my old apartment, and we went to Stone Roads and worked that night. Do you remember that?
Oh, probably. And how hammered were we when we came back to that shift?
That was the only shift I've ever been sent home. I was out at the outside bar, blackout drunk.
So a little preface on the outside bar, guys. Just a quick side note: the outside bar, there's a main bar. It's all set up. Everything you have is near. Now, it is there. Outside of the patio, if it got too busy, the inside bar is too busy. We had to bring out a portable bar that was on wheels that weighed 10,000 pounds, and it would always be right when it's starting to really kick off, and the GM would come over and be like, "Hey Tanner, it's time to set out the outside bar." And I hate, because I would have to get every single thing required: ice, mixers, juice, and then Josh and I would just we'd consume some of the alcohol out of the outside bar. That was the one little carrot at the end of it.
Nobody paid attention to us out there. Not one soul paid attention to us out there, and we got hammered. I mean, they had a drink for 4 hours by myself out there.
Working at that bar taught me how to drink alcohol.
Yeah. Some of those like late night Sunday, Monday nights when we just be making dirty martinis for like ourselves, stuffing blue cheese olives alone. Yeah.
A hotel bar can sometimes be quiet, guys. Next time you go to a hotel bar and look at the bartender, just
this Daniel Hertzler, he and I feel like you could probably, Josh, how did it feel to see Yager in a Flyer sweater back in 2012? I will say this: that was one of those moments that really hurt my feelings. But listen, at this point, Yager's played for like 15 teams, so
absolutely, he's been
the only cups he won were in Pittsburgh. So
there you go. And he had a huge gambling addiction. He needed to pay for some of his debts. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do this. This is a game we play. We used to play a lot of like more physical games, like truth or shots. But since
I got no truth or shots.
Exactly, I know. Because I could have had you pour shots, and I could have poured shots.
For myself. What's the old line? I don't take shots. I basically drink them. To be honest.
There's a lot of whiskey you can get into this house, Tim. There's a lot left.
Oh, this way, my face is gonna get redder and redder through this whole.
Yeah. I remember there was one night at Stone Rose where you and I drank a ton of vodka, and both of our faces were so bright red. You're like, "Are you allergic to vodka?" I was like, "I might be," and you're like, "Am I?" I'm like, "Definitely."
Totally.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. All right, let's play the game. I'm excited.
Game's called First and Curious. It's a little playoff Fast and Furious. Okay. I'm going to ask you your firsts in your life.
Okay. One quick side note.
Yeah.
I own Paul Walker's red Ford Lightning truck from the original Fast and Furious. It's not his truck. It's just made that year. I saw that truck and I went and bought it when I was 16 years old. There you go.
Boom. Paul Walker.
I saw it in that movie and I was like, oh my God, I'll get all the girls.
Did it work?
No. Although the thing is a time capsule. There's some old CDs from some old Flames, I think, still kicking around in there. Don't tell Kayla.
I've been in that Ford Lightning truck enough to know that there are definitely CDs. There's probably like a CD stuck in the player still.
I should probably not say I have it too much because if anyone moves, I get in trouble. I have to go help them.
Yeah, I asked you to move. Remember that one day we went out to my uncle's place and got all that furniture in the back of the Lightning? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
And the mattress like almost fell out of the back of it. Like
on the 210, yeah. Although you are a great friend, you always help someone move. I will say we have some insane. You're very good. I think just preface with like the frat days, like maneuvering couches around corners. You go Rain Man all of a sudden. And you're just like up like this over here, and it's through. And I'm like, you're the man.
I see things 2 moves ahead. I'm like a chess player in furniture. There was that perfect mixture of like dirt and dust that gets in your fingers and in your nose when you're moving that is unlike anything else.
Oh.
It either brings back terrible memories or good memories or a combination of both. But I've been there for a couple moves of yours, and you were there for a move of mine, and I moved in with when the wife moved in with me now. So
gotcha. You knew about the truck. I couldn't say no.
All right, first concert you ever went to?
Nickelback.
Oh, Canadian legends.
Oh, that's actually a lie. My first concert ever was Cher.
With your mom?
Do you believe that? It was that, yeah. But my first, I don't see, because I went with like my family. I don't think that. But my first real buddies, it was Nickelback, the best band ever.
Nickelback. Okay. First movie you saw in the theater?
First movie I saw in the theater?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Or probably Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks might have been close. You're talking about like when we were a kid, right?
Yeah, I mean, Mighty Ducks was like 92?
Yeah, probably like a Mighty Ducks thing, man.
Yeah. I mean...
Love it. And the rebooting? Oh, God, how am I not in that movie?
Right? How are you not Emilio Estevez in the reboot of Mighty Ducks?
I know. We'll have to work on that.
First kiss.
Oh, Ashley Vinstra. She was like 3 feet taller than me.
Were you?
And it was at the lake, and my buddy was dating his sister, so I was like, oh, she has a younger sister. This should be. It was one of those ones where it was like, hey, he likes you, she likes you. And I'm like, oh, bad. Again, no game.
Did you just walk up and kiss her right away? Like, heard you like me?
I don't know. It probably took a game of like spin the spoons or something. I don't know.
Yeah. You were you had like a little bit of a late bloomer, right? You were kind of a smaller kid.
Very late bloomer. I never had the principal had to help me get a date to the prom.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I was playing hockey at the time, and I transitioned. I got moved to another team later in the season, and prom was happening. I didn't know anybody, and everyone was like, I'm taken. And then I was literally like,
I think the principal's wife.
And the principal was Deb McCarthy, who I was billeting with to play the thing. She's like, I'll figure it out for you. And I got called to the office, and this I don't remember her name, but I picked her up to the prom, and I like met her family. I was like, hi, how you doing? And then we walked the thing, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go be with my friends.
That's pretty good. How long did you? When did you stop playing hockey? How old were you when you stopped playing?
I would have been 18, pivotal year. I was hopefully trying to play Minnesota Duluth.
Okay.
I had to let her go. I had to go down there and hopefully play in. I tore my ACL wakeboarding. I think it was like 3 weeks before training. You want to piss your dad off in a hurry? Go do that.
Oh.
And then I went through. I lost my car and then went through tryouts, and I had to replace my ACL, so I had to do that on AT. And then it's just so competitive up there. After that happened, I was 19 or so, and they're like, you moved on. Oh. I was a borderline player at best, but I had some good years. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude, that's tough.
Yeah.
I knew you tore your ACL. I didn't know you did it wakeboarding that soon before training and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty good on a wakeboard.
What's that?
I'm pretty good on a wakeboard. I could do I could do the flips. I could do the spins. My dad's a hardcore like water ski buff. He built a ski jump when he was like in his 30s, and they would go out to the lake. Where I grew up in Saskatchewan is very much like Minnesota, like a lot of lake life and stuff like that, a lot of fishing. And he would get his buddies drunk and then convince them to go off this regulation-sized ski jump.
Sounds safe.
Sounds very like 80s.
What I mean, I've seen the barefoot videos, which are amazing.
Yeah. Oh, see, then I started doing that. We got to do a lake trip, and we got to get you on barefoot. My dad he can get anyone up on a water ski. So yeah. I'll get you up.
No, I mean, I can wakeboard and water ski pretty decently. I've always, I wish that I learned how to do that younger, because Pittsburgh has rivers, but we weren't a boating family. We didn't, and you don't really want to boat on a lot of, a majority of the rivers in Pittsburgh are really polluted still.
Oh, really? And currents and stuff like that. I mean, this wasn't like glamorous. Like, we have it's little cabin up in the woods in northern Saskatchewan, which is amazing, and we still go back there everyone as much as we can.
Still a wake boat on that, pretty badass. You remember your first time being starstruck by a celebrity?
Yeah, it was when I first moved here. I went to watch Daniel talk. No, it was Daniel Tesh. Oh, who's the guy who did this all the time? Dane Cook. I went and saw Dane Cook at the Laugh Factory, and Ryan Cabrera was there, and I took a picture with Ryan Cabrera. And I did this in the picture.
You did the Torgasm thing? This thing?
Yeah, I had a lot to learn.
That's great. Okay. First, I love you. Do you remember the first person you said I love you to?
Kayla. I didn't throw that around.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And reserving it. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
I'd take the George Costanza line of, I told a dog once. Was your first car the Lightning?
Mm-hmm. It was the Lightning. Yeah. Damn. It was a big purchase too. I went to the bank and took out the loan, and I worked on the farm to help pay it off. That was stupid. I should have just got a little beater. I crashed that thing a lot too.
Really?
Oh my God, all the time. It's only 2-wheel drive, and in the winters in Saskatchewan, that's not going to work. So every winter I'd rack it up. You'd fishtail it, and there was one time I was leaving high school, and this guy Ryan was getting in his car, and I saw him. I rolled my window down. I gave him the finger and then floored it as he was getting into his car, and I promptly rear-ended this Ford Focus as I was doing that. Cool. right at lunch hour when we got to go off campus.
Yeah.
And so everyone was out by the car smoking. I'm gonna go to Arby's. You gotta go. Where are you going for lunch? That sort of thing. Everyone was just oh. Oh God.
They saw you wrecking everything, and that's brutal. That's tough. Yeah.
The hot shot was in the red truck.
Giving dudes the finger. I'm pretty sure that's why my dad just made sure we had beaters.
I know.
He knew Josh Macuga was going to wreck the shit out of those things. Yeah. First, big, got in trouble at school moment.
I got in trouble a lot in middle school. I got expelled once for mooning these. It's kind of harmless stuff, but also you shouldn't moon people, especially. But this was back in the day. It was gym class, and I forgot something happened. I didn't have my wardrobe, and so I had to wear the shorts from the bin,
Oh, gross. Yeah.
And they're disgusting, but they were really flared and stiff. And so then that just became oh, this is the joke of the whole class, and I'm not going to play kickball. I'm just going to run around, and then I mooned someone, and that was the final straw. And then I didn't tell my parents about it. And I grew up in a very small town, 500 people.
Yeah.
And so we have mail boxes. So you go to the P.O. box. Everyone has a P.O. box. There's no mailman. It just goes to one place.
Okay.
And I stole my mom's key every day and would go down and check for the letter that I got expelled, and I stole the letter. And so she never found out.
Where were you going to school?
I didn't have to go to school. I got expelled for, I think it was 2 days or something. It was something minor or something like that. Or maybe it was a day, and then I had a week suspension or in-house suspension or something like that. But I just remember I stole that letter, and then she never found out about it until we got drunk at the cabin one night, and I told
her. First encounter with the cops.
Geez, man. It's summertime, a lot of drinking. It's more like open alcohol. Actually, the Nickelback concert was one we got pulled over. We might have snuck some beers in the back. But again, I'm not promoting drink and drive. It's very bad. The driver was never drinking. It was people back. Basically, I grew up in Dazed and Confused. It was very much like that. So it was like rural roads. You know, it's still very dangerous. It was pretty stupid.
Your first time you saw boobs?
Like real ones or on the internet?
Real ones, in person.
Jeez, I don't know. The internet was the internet. We got caught one time watching on the internet. My buddy Puff and I, after school, we were over and we had our noses, I swear to God, 3 inches from the screen, and we had this. The computer was like a family computer in the open. Yeah. And my mom came home early and was just like walked around the corner, was like, "Oh my God." Oh my, and I'm like trying to hit it, and the song "Hot Girls in Love," you know that song, was playing, and it was like kind of a bunch of like webcams, and that was bad. My dad had to talk to us about it.
I don't think that my parents ever caught us with porn. Like, thank goodness, because it was already awkward enough when I got caught with a couple girls at home, but I never got caught with porn at all or like looking on the internet. We dodged that.
That's good. Are you dodging that at home right now?
What's that?
Are you dodging that during quarantine as well?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to. Amanda never leaves, so I can't really get back.
Very tricky.
All right, one more. Do you remember your first date?
My first date, yeah. My mom drove us to the movies.
That was it.
It was awkward. I wish I could remember the movie. Oh, it was Ready to Rumble, I think. Was there a movie called Ready to Rumble? It was like a buddy comedy. Get on your IMDb. Why is that sticking out? If that's a crazy.
You paused there for a second. Say it again.
Is it Ready to Rumble? Is that a movie? That's a movie, I think, right?
Yeah, that's a movie.
Yeah, I think it was that movie.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. My mom drove us and then picked us up.
Do you remember your first hockey moment, like, you know, an Oilers game or something that was like this? I love this game, kind of a thing.
Well, it's just something you do there. It's just like it's like Friday Night Lights, Odessa, Texas.
Okay.
It's like part of the town, and so I was on a skate when I was like 3 years old.
Yeah.
And my dad would play senior hockey, which for like no money, nothing. It was like hometown pride for like men in their 30s, like losing teeth and like hitting each other, fighting, and then everyone just like goes to work in the morning, like insane. And my dad was a really good hockey player, so I remember going and watching him when I was a kid, and I think that was like a lot of it.
Wait, like there was fighting in like rec men's hockey?
Yeah, well, no, it's not rec. But it's not considered professional because at that time no one was paid. I think the guys kind of make money now, but back then it was seriously just hometown pride. And they would sell out these like little small town arenas, and there'd be like 1,000 people there, which when it's small little places rocking. Dude, there's not a lot to do.
That's the kind of that would make an awesome movie.
Yeah.
You know, right? Like Last Chance at Stardom, some guy that like, you know, broke both of his legs, something. Dude, that's actually
my dad has no two. I mean, this is a fake one frog, and he has both of them were knocked out when he was like a random guy. Yeah.
Unreal. All right, let's do some rapid fire questions and get you out of here.
All right.
Thanks for coming on. Great talking to you. I pretty much talk to you all the time anyway, but.
Oh, by the way, Troy, you're very right. The second date did not happen after Ready to Rumble. But I don't think it was the movie's fault.
Did you do the yawn with the arm around?
Oh, no, it was just like sweaty palm on knee to sweaty palm on knee. Special times.
Yeah.
Now having a daughter, I'm like thinking about all that sort of stuff, and I'm just like, oh man, I hope it's not too different with social. I know it is. It has to be, but yeah.
I really hope that when Poppy's like first date is that I get the phone call so we can do the Bad Boys 2 thing or like harass.
Yes.
Right.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Totally. And then second, one of my first dates. Early on, we went to see I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I held her hand, and her hand was so sweaty that I started sweating. Like not my hand got clammy, like my whole body started sweating.
I don't like scary, but I would.
I'm pretty sure that.
Wait! Time out. You scream in these things. Why would you take a girl on a date
I didn't
take the whole time, and she was like,
it was her idea. It was her idea. I was like, F it, I'm going in. Yeah.
Oh God, the whole time you're just like, ah!
This is good. Daniel Hertzer, lean in and awkward sniffer hair. Fun times. That's good. That's good. Throw it in there. Mm-hmm. All right, 3 minutes rapid fire questions. Tanner Novlan, are you ready, sir?
I think so.
Okay, here we go. Anyone ever thrown you a surprise birthday party?
No.
What poster did you have on your childhood bedroom wall?
A lot of snowboarding.
Snowboarding. Okay.
Snowboarding. Transworld snowboarder or snowboarding or whatever that was.
Would you rather own a boat or a motorcycle?
Boat.
Olive Garden or Outback Steakhouse?
Outback.
Would you feel okay naked in public?
Yeah.
Okay. You can play any famous person in a biopic. Who would it be?
Oh, Jeff Sanderson.
Who?
He played for the Boston Bruins. At one time, he was the richest paid athlete. They need to make this movie.
Okay.
Wait, am I screwing his name up?
Jeff Sanders. No, we're 48 seconds in.
Oh God. Okay, go.
Can a guy with chest hair wear a deep V?
No.
Correct.
Sorry.
Better iced tea or ice cube?
Ice cube.
Gum or breath mints?
Gum.
Netflix or Amazon Prime?
Netflix.
Soup or salad?
Salad.
Sweet or salty?
Salty.
Is Kinko's overpriced?
Yes.
Do you ever own an aquarium?
No.
Beach or pool?
Ooh, pool.
Did you have an imaginary friend?
No.
You ever played a full game of Monopoly, beginning to end?
Yes, I've done it recently.
Do you think French people like us?
They like me.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
If heaven were a place on earth, where would it be?
Ooh, if heaven were, it's just at home. I'm loving this. I don't know. That's a bad answer.
Do you turn your phone on airplane mode when you get on an airplane?
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg? 1 minute left.
Snoop.
If you see baby Hitler, do you kill him?
Yeah. Sorry. Be quick.
Be quick. Do you get car sick?
Yes, now.
Scarier, being lost in the woods or lost at sea?
Oh, sea.
Can you name all 50 state capitals? For a Canadian, this might be tough.
No. There's no way. Name one province, Josh, that's not on the Maritimes. All right, sorry, we're in the rapid fire. We'll come back to this.
Let's see. Uncle Joey or Uncle Jesse?
Ooh, Jesse.
Andre the Giant or Hulk Hogan?
Hulk.
Do you moisturize?
No.
Ice cream or frozen yogurt? 10 seconds.
Ice cream.
What's your dream car?
Dream car? No, I'm not a car guy. I don't care.
McDonald's or Wendy's?
McDonald's.
Do you sleep on your backside or stomach?
Side.
Do you know how to tie a bow tie?
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, you do. You tied mine for your wedding. Ladies and gentlemen, Tanner Novlan. Buddy, thanks for being on the show. Thanks for
a lot of fun, man.
Thanks When we're finally out of quarantine and we're able to do some stuff, let's do this live. Let's do something.
We are live.
Correct. We are live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Fuck it. All right, dude. Stay safe. Love you, bud.
You too. Miss you, man. Everyone stay safe out there. And thanks to all the healthcare workers and everyone working their ass off to make us all trying to stay a little bit sane.
All right, I'm going to play the outro music. Tanner Novlan. Nope, whoops. There we go. Tanner Novlan, everybody. You know him from Liberty Mutual. He's got a big project coming up once quarantine's done. The pride of Lloydminster, Saskatchewan. Follow him at Tanner Novlan _ on Instagram.
Yeah, how do they? Someone has my thing. I can't get it. It's weird.
Bullshit. Roswell, the Liberty Mutual commercial, everything in between. You're the best, dude. I love you. Stay safe. See you later.
Hey, guys.
Thank you guys all for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the Josh Macuga Show. The song is over, but the broadcast is still going. Let's end the broadcast.